So, right, Hogan there, Punch Out Boxing. Delight to be here with the captain, Finley James, on deck at Five Elements Gym in Basildon. Is this your local gym?
Maybe, but not by choice. You
Uh-huh.
know, it's a nice place. First time I've been here, it's nice actually, and it's nice to come back to a bit of a like a grassroots gym, maybe. Like Origin's very like prim, proper, clean, lovely, 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 lovely space. This is what you grow. This is where you start in. This is where you
Yeah.
take your first like couple beatings. You know what I mean? Like in a darker place like this on like a Wednesday night @8 after work, you've come down here, took a hiding or two and gone home. So yeah, I quite like it. I started off in a gym that all the mirrors was smashed on the wall. You couldn't really see yourself when you were
Yeah.
shaping up. So to come back to it, and look, this is a beautiful place, lovely, clean, but it gives that kind of like, yeah, we're in a
It's raw.
boxing gym.
It's raw
Yeah,
because this is obviously an industrial estate. They've cleaned up today
yeah,
because you've got a
yeah. Got
special
to
event
appreciate
which we're
it.
going to
You got to
talk about.
appreciate
But
it.
yeah, lovely. We'll start with the fight upcoming 2 weeks from now, back at York Hall. When we last spoke, it was at the O2, weren't it? You were
So,
saying,
not too long ago.
you were saying, yeah, you're ready for the step ups. You were going to fight the Welshman Carvel Crocker, who has a similar record to you. Do you know what happened? That fight's fallen through. Was he injured or has he got another op?
Yeah, I think things happen and things change in between, and people get different opportunities, and you can only take what opportunities are in front of you. And if he chose to go a different way, there's no malice, there's nothing in it. There's opportunities, and I think he went up a weight.
Hmm.
I think he went up a weight, and it weren't. That's not really something I'm interested in. I'll go above my maybe natural weight, and I'll come back down to title weight. But I'm not looking to leave welterweight, super welterweight, to go and fight for no titles and not a load of money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. I'm a young prospect, so different opportunities come about, and we've landed on a great opponent in Harley. I think he's going to come for a good fight. I think he's going to put up with a good fight, and hopefully we're going to have a good 6 rounds of boxing to headline your court, mate. 24.
Yeah, Holly Hodgins, is it?
Yes.
He's from the McKinson camp
Yeah,
in
so good
Portsmouth.
stable. McKinson's a great southpaw as well, I believe. So I imagine his sparring's been good. And Matt King, who I fought last, I believe he ran that similar area. He might be trained by them as well, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm sure he's going to come for a good fight, and I'm excited to get into interesting fights now. And like, you're not just here to do a job that you know is going to happen. You're there to turn up, put on your best performance, and come up with a win. So it's going to be really fun. I'm enjoying it, and the camps have been wicked. Jimmy Tibbs has been guiding us while Mark's been away with Johnny Fisher working hard in Food Ventura. He comes back today, I believe.
Hmm.
So guidance of Jimmy has been like God speaking down on him. Do you know what I mean? Like, and some days are easier than others. We've had some good, tough, hard sparring, and I enjoy that. And it makes me give me a sense of that I'm ready to rumble, you know. And I feel like I'm really growing up, and I'm having my growth spurt now. So I'm getting nice and big, and I'm excited to put everything on display.
Fantastic. I'm wondering what sort of stuff does Jimmy tell you without obviously giving it away? Is it like really subtle things that you'd thought, wow, never would have imagined that?
Yeah, do you know what? Most of it just comes across in conversation. Like I'll just pick his brain on certain things that I've seen on the weekend, or how I feel sparring, or if I'm on the bag and I feel some type of way. There's a man to ask a question, you know, and
Mhm.
he's guiding you through the spar. And he not only that, he's guiding you through like camp and life, just in general, full stop. So you're kind of, I'm only young, so I'm only still learning, and I don't have many life experience to most of these boys, so I'm just still trying to pull the pieces of the puzzle together and make it up. So he's really helping guide me along and getting to know myself, my body, and how you should plan out a camp, and not only just leaving it down to a trainer and anything like that, but taking it upon yourself to actually have some accountability and say this has to be done.
Hmm.
So get the job done, you know. So it's been fun.
That's fascinating what you said there about life experience. The amount of guys that I've seen like fall out of the game or get fed up at a game, it's often just because they haven't got people around them with that experience of
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
of course. I mean, that's
things outside
just
of
a
the ring.
really actually sad struggle.
Hmm.
You know, like there's such great talent in the UK and Europe, but some people just maybe don't fall upon the right guidance that they need. I'm not saying the guidance is poor or whatever like that. That's not. It's just people are suited for people, you know, and
Yeah.
not everyone's made for everyone. So it's funny to see different places. You might have ended up in a different place, but you can only live where you are now, and you can only make decisions as they're going along. And sad to say, there is wasted and lost talent in the UK, but there's a lot of great talent coming through. Like you're seeing a lot of these young signings, like all the people that are getting signed now. These are like boys that are like a couple of years younger than me. So I know these boys from like schoolboys, juniors, and like, things like that. And it's really cool to see like these great talents now coming through and getting signed, and hopefully get to show what they have to offer in the paid ranks, which is always cool.
Absolutely. What a great time to be a pro boxer here in the UK, though. Yes, it's still a struggle for most of you, but the opportunities, they're just so there. But
the opportunities are barking, and I think the more good talents that do turn over, the more opportunities there'll be, because everyone helps everyone eat. I said this the other day when I watched, I was at the Ben Eubank fight. I was 3 rows from the back, freezing cold and top notch for the stadium, but buzzing. What a great night. Enjoyed it. But by that, Eubank and Nigel Benn must love each other because they have earned so much money off of each other, and their sons, however many years later, also done the same thing. So it's they must have, as much as you have like a hatred towards someone and are like, oh, I'm gonna do this to you, I'm gonna do that to you. You've also got to pat each other on the back and go, we've helped each other earn some dough here, and that's what British boxing needs to become, between the prospects, between the contenders, between the champions. We've all got to help each other eat, and the only way we do that is by taking fights when they're offered and giving it 100%.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And you're doing it. Um, I mean, on the fight, which is in a fortnight, Hodgins, I expect it to be really technical. Whereas Carvel, being from South Wales, I'd have expected him to just come and try and take your head off.
Yeah, I think I
Bit of a
don't know. I
change.
think it might be the other way around. I think Carvel might have been a bit more of a technical boxer than Hodges, and I think Hodges is going to be. I think he's going to come in and do a bit of an old man job on me. I think he's got the age. He's got a bit. He's already got a bit of weight, and he's going to come and do a number. He's going to try and come and do a number. That's what I'm expecting anyway. That's what I've trained for, and that's what I'll always train for, no matter the man, big, little, good or bad. You train for the best person you can possibly imagine coming out. And that is what you stick your mind to. That keeps you switched on. That keeps you locked in the moment for when it's there. If you think he's going to come in like this, he's going to come in like that, because I've seen this, or I've seen whatever, you're never going to be prepared for the situation. Prepare for the best situation you can imagine in your mind, the scariest situation. Deal with that. And then once you can work through that, hopefully it all goes well. By the time I'm 30, I've got a bit of experience and I'll be all right. So I'm saying all this now, hindsight. But yeah, that's always how we prepare, and that's how Mark and Jim and people always drilled into me how to prepare. Maybe didn't do that as much when I was a bit younger and I was an amateur and I prepared, and we would prepare for championships, but we just worked hard. We didn't sometimes work with always purpose and always a bit of meaning behind what we were doing. And I feel like now I've turned over and I've got a bit older. That's what I've really started to understand, how you're preparing for a fight, and that's so important. Is the preparation to maybe the fight night. You've only got to be good on one night. That preparation is just building you and priming you to be good for one night.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. All right, well, fortnight from now, we will look forward to that. Two unbeaten guys, and you both are coming to win, and both believe you're going to win. So, yeah, step up for both of you. On today, we've got an interesting little event here. So, tell us about this local MP and what this little project.
I said this to my bird the other day, and she laughed at me. She went, "You're so stupid." Do you know? You ever watch Peaky Blinders? Like Tommy Shelby. Towards the back end of his life, he has like a politician arc. That's what we're going for. This is starting my political journey. I don't know what side I'm on. I'll be somewhere in the middle, maybe. But yeah, no, Richard Holden's coming down, and we're going to talk about pieandmash and his campaign to kind of save it, bring it back, and that's something I'm really interested in and wanted to be a part of. So when Richard, my manager, come forward to me with the opportunity, I said, yeah, got to know. I'm always interested to stick my nose into stuff and poke about, and that is that's a great lunch. At the minute, I can't get that great lunch very close to me. That's good quality. If I go into East London, I can find 107 in one street that are lovely. So I'm really excited that this has kind of come about, and we can really try and make a somewhat of a change in the area, and hopefully this can grow into other things and be an avenue for whatever, just putting your face into things that maybe is not. I'm not a politics, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm a boxer,
Hmm.
but I'm here to kind of stick my nose in it and support something that I do believe in. So that's why we're down here today, to do a bit of boxing and then go and have a pie and mash after with Richard.
Fantastic. And politics aside, it's always great to support local businesses, local traditions, and have their support. I mean, bring Pie and Mash. Is it Robin's Pie and Mash,
Robin's
the
Pie and
company?
Mash is where we're
Bring
going
them on
after
board.
this. It's going to be great. Robin's is a good time. There's great pie and mash in East London that are legendary, 100-year-old. I got a picture in this pie and mash shop, GK Kelly. My granddad's got a picture in the same pie and mash shop. It looks exactly the same. Marble tables, white tiled walls. We got a picture 60 years apart, same seat, looks exactly the same. It's brilliant. So I think
Wow.
things like that, which we really need to start emphasising, is passing through the people coming through. I'm not old, but I'm now old enough that I'm looking down at young people and I'm going, oh, this is how it should be. You should pass down and you should try and give the younger people something to at least. It's not the easiest time to be living in this country with all the changes and all the changes the world's going through, full stop. So let's give them something. Let's give them something. Let's put local business into the area. Let's use local people. Let's give them a chance at creating something and at least inspire people to give something a go, and not just settle for just a basic 9 to 5 and just ticking over and just doing your 60 years, getting your pension and then dying at the end of it. You chasing your dream by coming and filming me today and doing things like that. So you've always got to just give it a go. And this is kind of trying to inspire.
Absolutely. Yeah, fantastic work. Tell us about Pie and Mash. Do you love it? Do you eat it regularly? I know you're in camp.
Dude, love it. I've got a hot take on pie and mash, yeah, and maybe as a southerner, it's probably not very popular. I am more of a gravy man than a knicker man.
Hmm.
Just don't know why, but the looks I get when I go to the lady, can I have 2 pie, 2 mash gravy all over it? She gives me a face like I've just said, can I shoot your children? That's the face I'm getting. She's terrified. So, like, it is always quite a funny thing, but yeah, I think it's fucking wicked. And I think it'd be wicked if more of it's here. It's cheap. It's healthy food. This is what I was trying to explain to people. I was like, it's mash, which is in potato. None of it's fried. None of it's like, it's battered, it's meat, and it's veg in a pie. I was
Hmm.
like, you go to McDonald's and spend 15 quid on sugar and plastics and whatever else they put in them things, when you could have gone and spent £7.50 and filled up for the rest of the day and moved on. So I just think it'd be nice to have them things in the area and maybe bring a bit of health back and bring a bit of tradition back to English people.
Hmm.
Like even fish and chip shops. They're slowly dying out for Chinese and Indian and things like that. And I'm not saying they're not great foods. I'm just saying that we need to kind of bring back the things that are dying in this country just a little bit and just
Absolutely.
put local business, local people in there and just give them a chance.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is superb. And as I said, the importance of keeping traditions alive. So yeah, hopefully this work you do with the MP will sort of bring eyes to those businesses. And by the way, I'm with you on the gravy. It's nothing better. Gravy soaked into the potato.
Gravy, gravy
Oh
man.
yeah.
I told ya. See? Gravy. Look, comments, liquor or gravy. There's going to be a few gravies in there, and people are going to be
Of course.
surprised.
Do you think it's one of those things that more people are into but are just ashamed to
It's
admit
not a
it?
guilty pleasure, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't want to go there. They don't want to go there and say, "I'll have gravy, mate." They want to stick with the norm. So I'll go, mate. Double up the gravy, thanks. Keep moving.
So you won't go to the counter and just sort of whisper it.
No,
Say it proudly.
I'll show it on the plate as I'm walking down. I would recommend that.
All right, fab. And I believe you're going to do some pad work with the MP.
Yeah, we're going to do a bit of boxing work in here, and then hopefully work up an appetite, and then go and have some food.
Yeah. You're going to punch him in the gut a bit?
No, we'll never do that. I'll teach him.
He's an MP.
Teach
You
him.
know that.
I'm taking him to school.
Yeah. All right. Just make sure he works really hard on those pads. Yeah, because we always want to see our elected officials putting in some
Grafted in the
grind.
gym,
Yeah.
in this raw, rugged area. We love it.
Absolutely. All right, Finley. Always a pleasure. Fascinating to see this project, and hopefully that kicks off and Yeah, I'll see you in a fortnight.
Yeah, perfect. See you then. So man.